in North Charleston and the State Department of Transportation at the center of a lawsuit related to the death of a 20-year-old man that took place 2 years ago.
Aaron Morgan is breaking down what happened. And Aaron, the family actually believes that the actions of both agencies could have prevented this.
Carolyn, Brendan, that's right. And this lawsuit stems from an incident in November of 2022. A man drove his car off of a boat landing in North Charleston and drowned. But now circumstances surrounding the situation are being called into question in a wrongful death lawsuit filed this month.
It was November 25th, 2022. North Charleston police officers were called to a home off Flynn Drive around 4 o'clock in the morning after a person inside the house reported someone banging on the door.
There's a car in the grass in front of the house.
News 2 obtained 911 calls from that night. Police say they saw someone sitting in a Mercedes in the driveway, and when an officer approached, the person drove off.
The person almost hit the officer. Oh my gosh.
Surveillance video shows the car speeding down Flynn Drive. According to the report, the vehicle drove into the water from a boat ramp at the end of the road, and an officer continued on foot to that location. Police told News 2 at the time the man was able to get out of his sinking vehicle and called for help. The report says officers attempted to get him to swim back toward the boat ramp, but he appeared to be going toward a nearby dock. Officers claim they went to that dock to try and get him out, but lost sight of him. News 2 was there when several agencies were on the scene searching for him.
Our police boat, ran some side sonar scanning to try to find the driver. We couldn't find him. So we don't know where he is. We don't know if he drowned. We don't know if he swam off somewhere. So that part of the investigation continues.
Police eventually recovered the driver from the water, identifying him as 20-year-old Savon Wright. Law enforcement also recovered the Mercedes, which was reported as stolen. Now, almost 2 years later, attorney Gerard Frazier filed a wrongful death suit on behalf of Wright's mother.
We determined that, there were some letdowns and some breakdowns in the system that could have prevented this tragedy from happening.
The lawsuit claims poor visibility at the end of Flynn Drive, along with the boat ramp being unmarked and unprotected, contributed to his death, accusing the city of North Charleston and the South Carolina Department of Transportation of failing to properly mark, secure, and warn of deadly conditions on the road and boat ramp.
There needs to be a flashing sign that says, hey, dead end. There's a dead end sign at the head of the road, but it's a dead end or boat ramp, something to significantly identify the danger ahead.
The state of the Flynn Drive boat landing has been the center of concerns for neighbors in the past. In 2019, a petition to revitalize the area was started, and it has received over 600 signatures since then. In November 2023, the city's finance committee approved funding to rehabilitate the boat landing. I asked city officials what, if any, work has been done, but they declined to answer. Frazier believes if more steps were taken, the situation with Wright may have ended differently.
Regardless of the fact that led up to him getting into the water, had that water been properly marked or barricaded, these events would not have happened. His life would not have been lost.
The lawsuit also claims North Charleston police should have done more to save Wright, saying no rescue team was called for over 10 minutes, even though officers, quote, watched him succumb to the waters.
They made no attempts to try to save his life, to enter the water, to do anything.
North Charleston police told News 2 at the time Wright went underwater before police were able to rescue him. But the lawsuit accuses officers of violating the common law duty to assist someone whose life is in imminent danger.
Officers are only under a legal duty to aid someone in very rare circumstances. Typically, we're talking about individuals who are in police custody, who are fully reliant on the police to take care of them.
Seth Stoughton, a law professor, explains that officers may have a professional duty to help someone, but that does not require officers to put themselves in extraordinary danger. And a water rescue could be one of those circumstances.
Officers aren't trained to engage in water rescues for the most part. They aren't properly equipped. And further complicating things, when someone is in the water, and particularly if they're swimming and starting to drown, one of the most dangerous things that someone can do is approach that drowning person in the water.
And while nothing can bring her son back, the attorney for Wright's mother saying she hopes looking into this case will spark positive change and prevent such an incident from impacting another family.
Whether you can bring about change through making them pay monetarily, or whether you just highlight a need through your lawsuit, and then policy begins to change, and hopefully activity and behavior changes thereafter.
Now, the city of North Charleston and the South Carolina Department of Transportation say they do not comment on pending litigation. In the studio, I'm Erin Morgan. Count on 2.